Don't beat around the bush. Don't beat around the bush, Doc.
Peace. See, I'm not setting down no law or anything like that. All I'm saying is, like the guard told me, keep it the way you got it and be versatile. You gotta be versatile. You can't be stuck up in no one kata or one form. Feel me what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Don't be saying to yourself, well, I only add on to the cipher this way. You feel me? Look at all the angles.
Yeah, because you might want to subtract in that cipher, or you may need to multiply in another cipher.
That's my words born to the Father. I know some people gonna say, oh, that flag, that moon ain't over that flag. So you can't say nothing. I know that argument too. You know, whatever. Or there was another one that didn't have all the points because one of the points was missing on the end, but it's symbolic too. So yeah, you want everything right and exactly. You want it authenticated. You want to have it, you know what I'm saying, exactly the flag that was presented to the Father by Shanghai, which then we can get into it was 3 flags and whatever the case may be. And then the one that came back from Mayor Lindsay, and the Father, just took it because, he was keeping it real and being right and exact within his own cipher. He knew it was only symbology, symbolic too. It is not. It's not like we Christians or some religious organization and we have a certain sign symbol that we pray to or we bear witness to or we have as some kind of talisman or something like that. That's not what it is. It's symbolic too. If you want to be totally right with that, you know what I'm saying, it wouldn't even matter the compass and the square or the rectangles, angles, whatever the case may be, linear, all that. But third degree, all that. So it wouldn't matter all of that. It's symbolic too. That's when you want to be the craftsman. You want to make it, you know what I'm saying, right and exact. You want to make it the way it was designed by Universal Shamgar. I mean, in that case, you use his plus degree that's on it. Boom, that would be right straight up, just like it is. You know what I'm saying? I got some other degrees on it because you can always do the non-students yourself and born it. You know what I'm saying? You know your mathematics. But, that's all I'm saying, son. You feel me? Because based on the mathematical equation, mathematics is like, you just staying in mathematics. You can't go to that equality if you just gonna stay in mathematics. You feel me? Like if we since we was building on knowledge, we just take it to the foundation, right? So knowledge is a know, listen, and observe. Once you say that, you just went into alphabets because it takes letters and consonants to manifest in a physical sense. That's why it's wisdom, myself, divine, cipher, master. You know what I'm saying? Wisdom, what? Form. We say it all the time. So that goes to say that in the reality of one's self, how do you see mathematics? You know what I'm saying? From there, as long as the degree is right and exact, and that could be up for question because you might say, well, that's the Gregorian calendar, but okay, that's another argument. But if we just gonna go with what's today's date so it's simple for children, because we could go all into the high science at first degree to 1 to 40, but we're gonna keep it down in the math. We're gonna say it's simple. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna leave it in the math. And how do you leave it in the math? Because people always say, oh, you gotta leave it in the math. Then when I hear them build, they not leaving it in the math. So I mean, what is it? Anyway, this is how I see it. If you leave it in the math, then that would be once you said today's mathematics, if it was knowledge, then once you said knowledge, you went into the alphabet, but you could just say, well, I'm gonna use the language to explain, but I'm going to explain and stay inside of supreme mathematics. All right. So if you roll that way, you know what I'm saying, then it takes on another life. And immediately when I think of today's mathematics, my brain automatically thinks of zigzag zig, because it's wisdom equality. It went into two letters, and mathematics is really dealing with from knowledge to born in the cipher. Anything else you really add on, because that is the completion from knowledge to born, from born back to knowledge. And that cipher is how you continue up or down, whichever way you want to go. Add on to the cipher, you know, you add a cipher on to the knowledge, that way too. You know, million, billion, trillion, like that, and climb up. But if you're going to stay in the mathematics and you got wisdom equality, like I said, wisdom equality, a wise man's equality, shows and prove himself as being the what? Father of civilization. Now, in all actuality, that's right, staying in math, but you're going to climb up. Everybody goes into alphabets, even when they say they don't, they do. They do, because you can't say, well, King now cipher wisdom, Lord equality, divine God equality, born equality, and you didn't use the alphabets. Then how did you get equality? You did use the alphabets. You just cut it short at the top. So King becomes not knowledge, but wisdom. Right? Now becomes knowledge in the culture. Now nation in. Knowledge in the culture, because that's really what it is. That's why you stay right there, because it really is knowledge in the culture. Because that's how you got that number, power, from knowledge in the culture. Even though in your head it would be more complicated on the first go round than to add it up the way when you cut the numbers short. That's less complicated, because then you could do anything with the quickness on the short ones, because you'd be using short numbers. And you chopped them in half, or you ran them in as an add-on before it's mathematically correct to add them in on an add-on, unless you're dealing with numerology or, you know, something in that form. Because children, we need to keep it simple for the children, ain't that? So run it across like it really is, because really what they're looking at, because to get to the manifestation of that wisdom, you had to be looking at an 11. That is a fact. You had to be looking at 11. So I'm not saying doing it, the knowledge bring wisdom. That is a fact in mathematics. It do. Knowledge do bring wisdom. And if you add it up, you can see it do bring wisdom. That's a fact. Never said it wasn't a fact. Never said it wasn't right and exact to do that. Because you the God, you can do whatever it is you want to do within the mathematical equation. You know that. The universe has laws that yourself set down, and they must be adhered to in a physical manifestation. Now that's a fact. There is no mystery God. That is your what? Self. The problem is not that there's a mystery God. They make it a mystery because they want to think that their body is their self. So that's why they say he's inside of them. But then if he's inside of that body, then that means that body is you. See? Then that puts them in denial of their what? Self. And that's why they have a mystery God. But it's all good, because true and living don't care if they have a mystery one or not a mystery one. I just choose to not be in that realm with the mystery God worshippers. I don't bear witness to myself as this body. And I can mathematically and scientifically prove that I'm not this body. This body is like clothing. It's a vessel. It's like I jumped in my motherfucking boat and became a navigator. It is what it is. Now some people choose to see it another way. They act like that's their self. And then what is your soul then? Oh, that's me too when I leave this earth. Alright, so I mean, if that would get them where they want to get at, it's all good with me. Because that's how they see it. I ain't saying it's right or it's wrong. I'm just saying I don't see it like that. That's how you see it. It's all good. I I gotta see it this way, though. Because the real manifestation is wisdom, what? Equality. So if I'm wisdom in my what? Equality, that's like saying zigzag zig. That knowledge, that wisdom and understanding. So maybe I'm talking about the nation, man and woman in the nation having children. And the plans are already written. It's already a blueprint. The blueprint is how you look at the lessons. When you look at the degree, you can see it says land. Then you hear Dumont saying, right, land. You hear all the elders. Yeah. Right, I'm older than the sun, moon, and stars. I'm saying not elder as a physical manifestation, but elder in this knowledge and wisdom. Cipher. If somebody been in the nation 40 years, and they got in when they was like 10, and somebody else been in the nation like 20 years, so you can see the difference between 20 and 40. It is what it is. Anyway, when I got knowledge of self, it was love to be able to manifest all of the mathematics, the alphabets in mathematics, and in because that's really what you're doing. You manifesting it in its mathematical equation. So that way you can take mathematics to any equation you want, because you can say, I'm going to use today's mathematics in my 120, because I want to see what that's going to born, and I'm going to manifest that when I'm doing what I'm doing through today, that particular day. So you won't only just look at what I'm going to do. Wisdom, I'm going to wisdom my equality. You know, because they say wisdom, that equality, and bring about, build, or destroy. So you're not going to say, I'm going to be wisdom in my equality, bringing about, build, or destroy. Because all being born too, that came later. That's some new shit. See, you don't see me saying, oh, it ain't supposed to be saying all being born. Some people be saying, they don't say how you see the day's mathematics. They say how you see the day's reality. And they still go into the mathematics. I didn't know about that. One day I ran into somebody, they said that, and I was like, that ain't how I got to it. I didn't get to it that way. And they was like, how did you learn it? I said, I got to learn how you see the day's mathematics. And then you were born in mathematics. I was like, and he said, right. And then he explained why he said reality. It added up. When he said today's reality, he borned it. It was quite a while ago. He borned it, and I bear witness. I said, oh yeah, that's peace. But I'm still going to stick with mathematics, how you see today's mathematics, because that's how I got it. But I can understand where he came from, and then I heard it more, and I said, oh, it's difference. Everybody. And then when I was talking to the guard, right, and we was walking down the block, and we was building, and we ran into somebody. Because by then, in those days, I'm the young guard. He's the old guard. Because I just got it. And he had it like knowledge added on to a cipher years already. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe not that many. Maybe power. But he had wisdom like he had it that long. That's my word. It's born. You know what I'm saying? Ask anybody that knew the God back in the days when we was getting it. And we needed somebody from among us to drop it. The God was there for us, son. You know what I'm saying? He could say, all of us, even the ones that wasn't his students, got light from him. And that's my word is born. You know what I'm saying? Look, I'm one of his students. Look how it turned out. Haha, that's a joke, right? Oh, you think let's say, yeah, oh, wait, whatever. Okay, but it is what it is. But anyway, we getting off the subject, guys. I'm saying, soon as you manifest that wisdom equality and it went into build or destroy, then you was like, build means to add on, destroy means to know of, take that which is unto that light to the what? Knowledge. And where you going after that? The logical thing would be to You just born, the whole thing is born. I mean, what are you gonna do? Go back over that? Alright, so the next thing to do is what? You go to your alphabet. You gonna hit them in the head, you gonna be thinking zigzag zig until you got it to the point where it could all flow in one flow, where you could just flow it. Because once you could quote your mathematics alphabet 12 Jews in 120 lessons, and then you got, you know, you did your research and your building, you're adding on, and you looked at certain things that you know was passed around or whatever the case may be, and you built with the gods, and it is what it is. You got your, you kind of like, you got yours, you know it. You or anything else you're doing now, you've been born, you know who the true and living God is, you got that all down, right? So now the next thing is, all right, trade a profession. Then we come together and make a move together. We should have our own independent moves going on, because, you know what I'm saying, real motherfucking superheroes be having their own fucking book. And they also go and join up with these other motherfuckers that got their own book, and they shit is rolling correctly, and then they get together when they gotta, you know, bring it to something that has more power than any one of them could handle individually. And the God used to say, you knowledge me. Yeah, I was like, yeah, that's peace too. I'm feeling that. You knowledge me. You know. But anyway, I'm just catchphrases people use, whatever, to get to the next conversation. Now, once you go up to the alphabets, once you had that in your mind, you could go up and down, son. Listen, I would say, why knowledge born? You know what I'm saying? So that's mixing it right there. Because what he really was said was, when he said, why knowledge born, I'm gonna show you what he did. You know what I'm saying? And it was normal practice, but we all knew it was going down. You know what I'm saying? So what he actually did was he did alphabet, and then he went to the mathematics, but he still stayed in the alphabet. That's what he did. He still stayed in the alphabet, but he's using the mathematics on it. Because we was mathematical scientists, son. We didn't really deal with nothing, you know what I'm saying, but mathematics. That was like the foundation, and we took it everywhere we go. No matter what manifestation we would go into, we would use it in a mathematical way. We refuse to look at other things and don't use the mathematics. That's even when I went to the alphabet, I still looked at my alphabet through the eyes of my mathematics. You know what I'm saying? When I went and looked at the 12 Jews, I still looked at them through the mathematics. So naturally, when we went into 120, we looked at it in a mathematical way. And that's how come we was able to connect the dots of the different degrees. And I wouldn't say every last one of us made it, but we got high numbers as far as they holding theirs down. Our seeds is good. I would say even over 98% of them is two-home, two-parent household, even if they both ain't actually in the house, you know. Sometimes people break up, but they still be both handling their babies. 64 all the way to 2000, might as well say 2013, right? So once you roll in that way, you say, all right, from there to here, what happened? This took place automatically, all on its own. So the next thing, like the God said, we just got to get some motherfucking land. Now, we could go all into the all the land, yada, yada, yada. But you got to understand the code in the manifestation so you can see what everything is being made manifest. Land is land is showing and proving equality. See, take it right to the mathematics. That's how you got to do it. Once you look at land, you're going to take it right to the equality. That's going to automatically let you know that the backup for saying equality is land is equality born knowledge added on to a cipher. Go to 120 lessons, look up knowledge added on to a cipher, and it says the earth is 93 million miles away from the what? Sun. That's exactly what it says. So now you know any piece of the earth is equality. And then earth is dealing with what? Planet. So all them, then you go and you look in the degree and it says, in the universe is everything. The sun, moon, and stars. In the universe is everything. And then it says the sun, moon, and stars. And then it says, in the universe, everything, sun, moon, and stars. They are planets. So, sun, moon, and stars, they're all planets in all actuality. It says they are planets. It's just one is an X1, the other one's an XX. That's all. That's the reality. So that's still going on with the what? The mathematics. So look at that mathematics. You can take it right on up. So you see how I just went. Mathematics, alphabet, 12 Jews, 120. Actually, the 12 Jews are more like hidden, quietly sitting there all the time, because we really didn't go into 12 Jews. We would go mathematics, alphabets, and go right into 120, because our 12 Jews is like our Jews. They in our pockets. You know what I'm saying? Our knapsack. We got those are our Jews. You know what I'm saying? Our knowledge, wisdom, understanding. You know what I'm saying? Freedom, justice, equality. Food, clothing, shelter, love, peace. Them are Jews. It says 12 Jews. Those are your Jews. You put them in your pocket and you fill up each one of those like it's a portfolio. So you gotta look at it, and you gotta look at it from how God look at it. When God look at things, He do the knowledge to the manifestation that is being made manifest without being biased. You know what I'm saying? Like King Solomon stood up from above. He stand on the throne. It was mad different culture, creed, religions, and all kind of things that he had to deal with. All of them. So he wasn't biased. He said, well, I'm going to just deal with this shit in reality. And they can have, all of them can keep their religions. Everybody who had their religions, I'm going to deal with this in a mathematical way. Because once you go to mathematics, you could pretty much stay with everybody. Because it's mathematics. I don't give a fuck who they are. I don't care what language they're using, because when they're going from the math to the alphabet to explain to you the mathematics, doesn't matter. 1 and 1 is 2. Anywhere in the universe, 1 planet and 2 planets. I own those 2 planets. Those are mine. Language was used. So mathematics always stays the same. It's not biased. It doesn't pick and choose, you know. Like, that's why they were saying that justice was on the what's. Knowledge added on to a cipher was justice. And she, in the European court system, was she had a blindfold on. Right? She's not supposed to be looking at you and seeing you physically. So what she can rely on is the evidence, your voice, not bias, just dealing with the law and the spirit of the law. They never just dealt with just the law. They dealt with the spirit of the law also. What is just? What is right? That's how the degrees be saying these things. Now the people themselves may be doing other than what the degree says, but the degree itself says that. That's the actuality. So now you understand. And with that, I'm going to say peace.